Okay, outside Wankhede, my home ground where I've scored 19 test centuries. Waiting for Nishant, who's one of these big influencer comedian guys, very famous in India. And it's his first test match. We're going to have a podcast, we're going to have a chat, but I'm going to help him as a senior figure. But as usual, आजकल के बच्चे लोग always late, not come. Most of the crowd is already...
Sir, I'm here.
Sorry, bad piece of acting by me. How are you, Nishant?
Very candid.
Yeah. Excited?
Excited, very excited.
So just tell everyone, I can't believe you've never seen a test match in a stadium in India.
No, I'm not. I'll be losing my virginity with Cyrus Broacha.
Kanjusi bhi ek cheez hai, I understand, but I mean, there's a limit here. So
but I'm very excited because the last time, or I've seen him is on MTV Bakra. तो मेरे को पहले यकीन नहीं हुआ कि सच में हो रहा है या बकरा हो रहा है.
It's about Wankhede and the memories and of course cricket in general.
It's in the air. It's a six.
भाई साहब वांगड़े के बाहर घूम रहे हैं, अभी एंट्री करने वाले हैं और साइरस बरोचा के साथ साइरस को लोगों ने घेर रखा है ना. साइरस बरोचा का फोटोशूट ही नहीं खत्म हो रहा है इनका. मैच जाके देख रहे हैं, इंडिया को जाके जिताना है.
Party service. टिकट नहीं है हमारे पास. हम लोग क्या करते हैं, फोटो खिंचवाने के बाद we know who the person is. That's how we do it.
Oh, okay. So you have to show the photo and then the car comes.
And I'm parking without a license. No, I'm basically, in case we need a runner running between the wickets, I'm there. So
Virat's back.
Virat's back.
Thank you.
He's called special. Yeah, my personal manager. Shabash. Well done, sir. Thank you. Very sweet. I've told him to stay out of the camera range. Nishant kahan hai? This is a guy from Leopold. This is a restaurant nearby. जहाँ पे सब foreign लोग जाते हैं ना.
You know Leopold, I know.
Sorry, I'm so sorry. I have to stop being like an old uncle here. How sweetly you're giving me a criticism, beta. Very sweet. Chalo, we are here with some very interesting people. Of course, I don't have my glasses, but we have some questions. Let's ask them on Mumbai cricket and Wankhede Stadium special. Nishant, you observe here because uncle will teach you how to give good questions.
Yeah.
Cricket lovers? Mumbaikars sub? Mumbaikars sub. Okay. How many times has Mumbai won the Ranji Trophy?
42.
अरे बाप रे, what a god you've got here. Okay, who's got more test runs, Rahane or Rohit Sharma? अरे वाह, 2 out of 2. What pressure? Can you read from here? You have good eyes, I can't see anything. Okay, I'll show.
Why is Virat Kohli the best batsman?
ये वो तो नहीं है, but
Because Sachin is not playing anymore.
Oh, Mumbaikar! In your face, that's a great one.
Which of these two Mumbai batters have more test runs?
What's the problem? He's from Kangali F. Okay, you're not Kangali A. Let's get back to this.
When was the first time Wankhede hosted an IPL final?
This is a tough one.
2008.
18. सही जवाब. 18.
ये लोग मैच कहीं छुट्टे खेल रहे हैं, हमें पता नहीं कहाँ मैच चल रहा है.
अपना low budget shoot में at least something we've got now. Drinking water. Take a look, ladies and gentlemen. Sir, 2 रुपया. अरे sir, what are you saying? What lack of respect. निशांत सर देखा. मैं पूछा 2 रुपया ही से है.
मेरे को कभी ऑर्गेनाइज्ड शूट में, ऑर्गेनाइज्ड प्रोडक्शन में मजा नहीं आया.
I want to pee.
You want to pee?
हाँ.
Free drinking water.
क्योंकि इतनी दूर है ना, मैं सोचा कि 2 बार कर दो. हाँ, कम. करेक्ट ना? मैं 2 बार किया.
2 बार किया.
हाँ.
नहीं, मैं तो व्लॉग बना रहा हूँ, फोटो तू खींच.
मैं उंगली टच करते हैं. हाँ.
सर आप वांखड़े में ही काम करते हो? अरे मेरा क्रू दिखा. क्रू
से हेलो. हाय. सर, इसका बर्थडे है आज, जन्मदिन है उसका. ये ट्रे ले सकते हैं?
हाँ सर.
बाई चांस अगर वो सिक्योरिटी की इशू होगा बाद में, तो मैं क्या बोलता हूँ, ये भी पहना दो प्लीज, डोंट माइंड.
ये भाई ये कपड़े उतार लेंगे थोड़ी देर में, है ना? डोंट माइंड बोल के.
ये कॉमेडी में कुछ फ्यूचर नहीं है भाई. ये
जर्सी वर्सी उतार लेंगे.
बेच दो सामान.
भैया ये कितने का बेचोगे, ये बताओ. ये कितने का बेचोगे?
ये सबसे इम्पोर्टेंट चीज़ है भाई. मैं क्या बोलते हैं,
कितने का बेचोगे?
उसको कम से कम 5,000 मिलेगा इसके लिए.
कितना?
कम से कम 5,000. कम से कम
5,000.
बस. ये ऑल एक्सेस है भाई, ऑल एक्सेस
है. इससे ड्रेसिंग रूम में जा सकते हैं.
अरे
चेंजिंग रूम में
विराट कोहली और रोहित शर्मा को रुकता है वॉचमैन. बड़ी पूरे. सर टेल अस वांखड़े का मेमोरीज क्या है?
I watched 13 match of Sachin Tendulkar last and West Indies, India West
Oh,
Indies.
the Sachin farewell. Sachin farewell, 74 last innings.
2012 match and 2020 India Australia and lot of test matches. But he will provide more information.
Far away यार.
He's in the south of North Stand.
प्रॉब्लम है कि वो सस्ता सीट पे बैठ गया ना, हम लोग तो बिजनेस क्लास में आ गया, तो वी कांट.
अरे खुद क्या ये?
हाँ सर को गणपति पप्पा कर लो 1-2 आशु सर ये देखिए खुद स्टंट करता है. अक्षय कुमार और वानखेड़े स्टेडियम. दिस इज द अक्षय कुमार ऑफ वानखेड़े स्टेडियम. आशु काफी है. चलो सर, व्हाट आर योर मेमोरीज ऑफ वानखेड़े?
My first time over here was in 1993 during the Indian-England Test match.
Yes.
And the first time I walked in, seeing the entire ground and the packed house, I was like, I got goosebumps. That was a moment I'll never ever forget. And still, every time I walk into the stands, it's like just like,
Super excited, century of cricket story. Cyrus Broacha with the one and only Nishant Tanwar. Tanwar ना सर?
Tanwar, it's T-A-N.
तो तलवार कहाँ से आ गया?
तलवार तो आप लेके घूमते हो.
I am so sorry. I will stop my medication for getting the name wrong. Alright, we are here at Wankhede Stadium, which is the home for all of us. Although I grew up in CCI Brabant Stadium, but at some point in 1974, this stadium was built. उसका इतिहास बहुत लंबा है. I don't want to get into it because you're too young. You'll get bored and fall asleep.
Which is younger? You or the stadium?
Me or you?
No, the stadium or you?
I am the father of the stadium in a sense, without being the father. And don't ask me who the mother is. Let's get back. So Wankhede Stadium, 1974 was built. The West Indies came here. Clive, Hubert, Lloyd.
Yeah.
You know his middle name was Hubert?
Yeah.
You didn't know?
Lloyd I know.
Lloyd to काफी है.
Lloyd काफी
So he made 242 here. That was the
242.
first big innings here, huge.
Wow.
His highest test score.
Wow.
And I did not see that game because I was 2 years old, but others did. And they said it was one of the best innings they've ever seen. And he had this big bat and would hit the ball a long way. His top edges would go for 6. It's a bit chota ground है. If you look at even by India standards where we don't have big grounds, this is a small ground.
तो ये पहले बड़ा होता था?
No, the ground size is not much changed. They've changed the stadium. They've revamped it twice.
Okay.
But going back 74.
Oh yeah, okay.
You have any questions up to 74, 75, where Clive Lloyd's West Indies came here and played?
No.
No? Let's move. Let's fast forward then to 1980.
80.
The
Okay.
Jubilee Test, where one of my favorite cricketers, Ian Botham, middle name क्या है?
Ian Botham had a middle name?
Yes, IT Botham. What does T stand for?
T.
Take 1, take 2.
Tango.
No. Ian Terrence.
Terrence.
Oh, Tanwar ji, Terrence बोलते हैं North में.
Ian Tanwar
Terrence.
Botham.
Yeah,
Ian
so Ian Terrence Botham took 14 wickets, scored 100. Well, it's supposed to be amongst the, if not the greatest all-round display ever in the history of red ball cricket, amongst the
So you're
greatest.
saying before today, good cricket has been played, like
We've got some memorable moments in Wankhede, and unfortunately I didn't get to see them all live, but they're just fantastic. In this test match, beta, ask me what happened that was sensational. And touch my nose and ask.
what happened?
Ting. Okay, let me tell you. So this is the test match where Bob Taylor was, I think, captain. He was debuting as captain or wicketkeeper. He basically called Vishwanath, he got out and Vishwanath called him back.
Okay,
Because he was not out. And Vishy was one of the most straight cricketers in the history of the world. It won't happen today. Nobody calls the batter back after he gets out. You know. In fact, they keep telling them to keep going.
Push,
वही करता है. So game was the gentleman's game has become less gentlemanly.
Okay.
In that sense. So Vishy was famous for being a very, very nice guy. Loved by the opposition, loved by everybody else. Anyway, so that was a great moment in the Jubilee Test where Bob Taylor recalled by G.R. Vishnu.
How many matches you've watched live here in Wankhede?
I watched the 88 Test where we lost to New Zealand.
You've seen the 88 Test live?
Yeah.
Wow.
As a young man.
How old were you, if I may ask?
यार ये बहुत पर्सनल क्वेश्चन है. मिस इंडिया के जैसा क्वेश्चन पूछ
Were
रहे
you
हैं.
in teens or?
I was in my teens, mid-teens, 15, 16, somewhere there.
Wow.
And but old enough to feel pain. Before that, my first test match was 1983. West Indies had just, if you remember, we lost the World Cup, June 25th final to an unbelievable Indian team. Like, it came from nowhere when we won the World Cup, right? Kapil Devs. So they were very angry because if you go back to that final, Viv Richards was batting on 32 or 33 of 28 balls. And he's batting like at 180 was a nothing score, 183. So he was just batting like it was nothing. It was a garden walk for him. And then that famous catch happened. He was actually beaten by the lack of pace from Madan Lal. He pulled too early. And then, of course, the great catch. And after Richards, they collapsed, etc. So apparently in the dressing room, they were completely, they couldn't believe it. They didn't take India seriously. The mighty West Indies at their best. So do you remember, Malcolm Marshall, have you seen at all?
Yeah, Marshall I've seen.
So Marshall had a diagonal run-up. He was the fastest bowler in the world. At that point in the mid-80s, he was unbelievable. So he would come from a diagonal run up, and I've seen that live in '83. You know,
Wow.
Gavaskar batting, another of my heroes.
Wow.
With this so-called hat.
Hat and that.
Which he decided to save money. I'll just build my own thing. No helmet.
What was that helmet thing
Some
he used
foam,
to
plastic foam. Which later on he found out that if it gets hit, it'll be even more dangerous. Because the impact of that will go into his skull.
That thing looked like the thermocol piece you get in, when you order
But he
some
didn't wear the helmet against the fastest bowlers in the world.
Wow.
So he had this diagonal run up. He was about 5'10" and a half, not a very tall guy. But he would come off the straight line, which I've never seen a bowler do that. And it was almost like it scared you. How does he come in? And he comes into the batsman's eye view almost later. So it's almost like he's fooling him, and then suddenly he turns up and he comes there. And boss, to see it on a flat Mumbai wicket, 4 slips, 2 gullies, okay, backward short leg, backward square leg, nothing in front of there's nothing. This whole stadium is empty. Everybody's at the back. In the eye view of Sunil Gavaskar, there's nobody. I mean, to see that, even now, I'm getting goosebumps thinking about it. A young boy, I'm watching this, I'm thinking, what? They were like gods, man. All of them, Viv Richards, V-shape, standing at first slip, Gordon Ganesh, forearms like a bodybuilder. But they were the alpha males of cricket. And of course, our boys were holding their own. I mean, they were trying their best. And it was just fantastic to watch. And this is the game where Viv Richards scored 100. I was a young kid. I'm back in '83 now. And so they took revenge on us. I think the Mumbai test was drawn, but Richards scrappy 100. But he was my god. So I was so excited, I can't tell you. I was just cheering.
Were you the only one cheering for West Indies?
That team was so loved that it was okay to cheer for West Indies here and there. And when Richards made his 100, huge cheers.
Wow.
Nowadays, very often a foreigner doesn't get much cheers. We're very partisan. But those days, huge cheer for him. Everybody, there was a saying, you love your team, India or Australia, whatever, and you love West Indies. That was the saying in cricket in those days. He's no more, unfortunately. What a bowler, Unbelievable pace. I saw Michael Holding
my
live.
first memory of West Indies great bowlers when I started watching was Curtly, Ambrose and Wash. That's
fantastic. I almost same level, unbelievable. They were still there, with their 5 slips, 4 slips, everybody at backward, point ke piche, square leg ke piche. I mean, just to watch those visuals, I love watching that.
I feel that, batsmen in the dressing room would be like, no, you go first.
There are actual stories like that. In the West Indies in '89, there's a famous Indian middle order batsman who refused to go for a 4-day game after, I think, Vengsaka was hit on the head or something, and he comes back. The guy was following, I'm not taking names, 5 or 6, he refused to bat. मैं नहीं जाएगा, मुझे नहीं जाना है. He just refused.
Wow.
Yeah. And he was a domestic super bat in domestic cricket.
Yeah.
There's a huge difference in that once you get that fear factor.
We'll edit the name.
No, नहीं बोलना पड़ेगा. Why? We will not. They all are heroes in some way. I can't do that. I get emotional. I'll cry here. But I'll tell you one quick story. Before we have only so much time for this podcast. At the Bombay Gymkhana, the night before the Test match, the West Indies were felicitated, and so my mother took me there to see them because she knew I was crazy about them. And I stood, and they came off a bus. One by one, all of them, that West Indian walk, you can't do it. You can't do it. And so the wave comes, with the walk, with the shoulders and all that. I used to do that walk with my slim frame. And then my mother, I was scared to talk as he passed. My mother, as Indian mothers do, excuse me, sir, my son wants to shake your hand. He's your biggest fan. Very sweet. Okay, man. What's your name? So I said, Cyrus. Okay, man. So I said, wait. Please score 100 tomorrow. It's in his hands, man. I'll remember exact line. Then he gave me a pat on the back and the head. I was in heaven, boss. I came back the next day, bunked school. School can't do anything to me now. I'm 53. You can't take action. I'm sitting there. And he was dropped 3 times. And Kapil was bowling beautifully. Ball was beating the bat outside edge, outswing. But didn't get out. And when he hit that 100th run, I couldn't believe it. Boss, like lottery lag gayi. It was unbelievable. Viv Richards in my hometown scoring 100. Me live watching the Test match. Wankhede Stadium, Zindabad.
He scored 100 because Cyrus asked him to.
See, Wankhede always going to give you something special. That's the present. Let's rewind again.
So when you want Test match to get interested, you make it into a T20. That's the idea.
This has come down to that now. See, red ball is more fun. I don't want to get colour into cricket, but red ball is red ball. Purana zamana. What to do?
But you're so much crazy about cricket.
Yeah.
Like, have you played cricket like in school, college? Or?
Dekha, he's trying to bring me down now.
No.
I played school cricket.
Yeah.
And unfortunately, the school I played for not very good. I played for college. St. Xavier's College, we had hockey and football teams. Okay. Cricket we had to get. I remember calling Saumil Kulkarni from a PCO on the intercollegiate match day, saying we had 10. Please, banda aja.
Wow.
We need 11. So he had to leave somewhere in town and come. It took him half an hour. So we decided to bat first only because we couldn't field 11. till he came. That's how bad it was. Yeah.
Wow.
Yeah.
So it's not about the toss. Like who has 11 players right now?
With the toss, I think we requested them, can we bat first? Because apna 11th man hai nahi. This is the beauty of Maidan cricket here. And Wankhede is a representative of Maidan cricket only. We do little setting. Setting is a Bombay word. It's not necessarily a negative word. It's something, the game should go forward. Progress karne ke liye kuch to karna padega. So we do that. We push it like that.
The comedians have a comedians cricket league.
Yeah. Like Gopal and all play.
Yeah.
Zakir ka.
No, Zakir didn't play. Zakir doesn't play. But
Zakir dropped.
but Gopal Bhai plays for Mumbai. I also play for Mumbai. Last year we won that trophy.
Yeah.
This year we lost in the final. But last year we played in Chandigarh. This year we played at Dharamshala, the cricket ground where
That's
the
fantastic.
team plays.
Yeah.
And we were like, we are playing in Dharamshala cricket ground. So has it happened? Have you stepped on to?
So I have played in the police ground matches and everywhere else except Wankhede proper. I have been at Wankhede. I've done some shooting on the periphery of it and all.
Okay.
You get a much better feeling when you're standing right there.
Yeah.
You know, and you can actually. It's a whole different dimension when the ball is in eye view. Like I've seen, I think Brett Lee bowling, but to see him bowling at full pace from square leg, scary boss. The pace was unbelievable.
Also, when you watch on TV, you feel like it's not that fast, it's not that quick, and then you see bowler spinner, and that also like 95 miles.
If you remember our fathers and uncles and all were watching on TV, they are playing the shots for the batsman all the time. Arey idiot, aisa karo. Get behind the ball. Square cut. It doesn't know anything. So coming back to Wankhede, so we had a lot of great games. I'm trying to think now. Then we had that 87 World Cup. I was here, semi-final, which we lost to England. And it was Kapil Dev's sweep, and Mike Gatting takes a catch, and we were outside with the square leg, so somewhere there, and he's standing there, we were all shouting drop. Whole Mumbai crowd shouting drop. How we caught that? It just stayed up forever, yaar.
Wow.
And that was the tournament for us. Kapil sweeps. It's just 3-4 feet ahead of the boundary. If he drops it, we go for 4. And of course, we were close to winning at that point. And that one catch broke our hearts. Hope it doesn't happen now while we are shooting, like I told you, in the middle of this game. Lots of other great games. There was.
Were you here for the World Cup?
87. 96 World Cup I couldn't afford it was too expensive. 2011 they didn't let me close. Under Jane it was too expensive
Oh, two
for
people,
me.
you and
Me and one famous cine star. Hum dono nahi. Unfortunately. So we built our own ground, which is how Wankhede started, by the way. Then 85, I think David Gar's team came down and beat us 2-1. Pat Pocock bowling. I didn't see it live, but again, this is the first time the English spinners started. Everybody said English spinners not so good. Started making inroads into India's fantastic batting. You know, Gavaskar, Vishwanath, Sandeep Patil, Mohinder Amarnath, Yashpal Sharma, I mean, the serious Vengsakar.
I know these names because of the 83
No,
World Cup.
but for them, spin is what is spin. Like, you know, aisa bhi khel sakta, you would think, you know. But they started getting into our batsmen's minds, which now you can see the foreigners are coming and bowling pretty well. 1988, when New Zealand beat us for the first time in a test match, second time in a test match. Yeah, on this ground. Bracewell got the wickets, 8 or 9 wickets if I remember correctly, in 2 innings. There again, the fear is that it's a small ground with small total sometimes when this kind of match happens, and India falters. We were I think 130 run difference in the end. It wasn't that much the target, and we weren't able to make it. So little bit. I'm not saying Panavati, which is a Marathi word, but
I know.
I think Panorti is the actual word. But I get a little worried when we are chasing on this 4th innings here because of all these incidents. Great games. 93, Vinod Kambli. What happened to Vinod Kambli? What a batsman. We saw him. We couldn't believe this guy. Back-to-back double centuries against England, a strong England team, and then Zimbabwe after that. Also a decent Zimbabwe team, not what they are now. Do you remember Vinod Kambli? What were your thoughts?
Vinod Kambli is my doppelganger. Yeah. So I remember famously that Kolkata, Sri Lanka, India versus Sri Lanka.
Oh, the crying bit,
That was 96?
Yeah. The crowd basically destroyed it. I mean, we were losing, to be honest.
Yeah.
But you never know in cricket like right now.
Exactly,
You never know.
At least give it a chance.
But that was Kolkata, bhai. That was not Wankhede.
Wankhede.
Yeah, so I'm trying to think of all the other great games that we've had. So 93 we had that team coming in, doing well. Then we go to 2000s. Sir, budget nahi hai. Century of Cricket, great show, podcast. Dekho, huh? Zarur. Huh? Okay, done. We've got our promo. Gentleman who's never going to watch a podcast is going to watch our podcast.
Watch the podcast with popcorn.
Yeah.
At your home.
2011 World Cup, did we discuss that?
No.
You tell me.
Yeah,
you have some memory. Now you
Yeah,
talk, I'll listen.
Yeah, 2011, So the entire journey, like we not think that India's going to win.
It was not like 2023.
Yeah,
where we
like
looked another level of batting performance throughout.
Undisputed 10 wins,
True,
and then you were like, and the final everyone like, yeah, we are going to win. Of course we are going to. This is our cup. And then Australia comes in, you know. Yeah, so in 2011, nobody was expecting. They're like, we're playing good, but we don't know. Like maybe yes, maybe no.
But it was a crack team. If you look at it, you got Gambhir struggling to make the 11 sometimes in that kind of format with all the big guns blazing. Yuvraj at 5, with Dhoni at 6, Sehwag, Sachin. I mean, it's unbelievable.
I was always a Yuvraj fan,
Yeah.
but after
What a
2011
hitter.
World Cup, oh my God.
What a clean hitter.
Yeah.
Again, Wankhede is small ground, too small for. If Yuvraj hits a 6,
Yeah.
I mean, you're looking at hitting the top of the roof like
easy.
just a normal 6 for him.
Easy, yeah.
It's too easy. The famous story of him in Oval, again, just a hop and skip away when he was 14.
Yeah.
And he came there. And the Vengsaka Academy where he played a little cricket, he's cleared into the Eros Theatre.
Wow.
If you ever go see the Maidan and see where the Eros Theatre is, he's hit into the Eros Theatre. It's clean.
His swing,
Full swing of the bat.
swing, yeah.
Well, I was like that only. Up to under 12. Then the age issue, because you're at 23, under 12, they caught me. And then play for the Comedians 11 and all that.
Actually, I play.
Batting करता bowling
Batting,
करता
opener.
Opener.
I'm the one ki jao or maro. Jao or maro.
So you're a very fast bat.
Yeah. I'm
What-
like the Jay Surya kind. Ki tuk tuk tuk. No defense.
What arrogance. Straight to Jayasuriya. All right, before we wrap up, what are your memories? I've been just going on about history of Wankhede and I know it's getting to you and you're thinking, uncle ko manna padega ek baar. But do it on Sunday. Oh, it is Sunday. So go ahead and tell me your memories of Wankhede now because this is your first test match here. And
First test match, yeah. So World Cup, I've seen.
But does it compare? How does it? I don't want to keep pushing people. Our philosophy is test match, test match
No,
better.
I love test matches.
So you're getting a test match, a setup in just 2.5 days, which has everything possible. At the moment, we can have a tie, we can have a win, we can have a loss. We can have a very close end to the game as well. So just honestly tell me, are you converted to test matches? You're on century of cricket?
100%.
Bas, mera kaam ho gaya phir.
I think I'm going to do this and I'm going to text him or tag him on Insta. I'm going to watch a test match all 5 days. I'll figure out a test match where I can go and watch all. If it,
In the words of Premchand, it's a date.
that's a deal. It's a
All right,
promise.
Century of Cricket saying bye, pulling out right now. Thank you once again, young man. Nishant opens for the Comedians 11. It's at Villepalli East every Saturday in October and November. Till next time, it's bye-bye from all of us at Wankhede Stadium. You can see the crowd of guys. Make some sound here.
The three of us.
Wankhede! Hey!
The three of us in the podcast. Cyrus, me and his
And
legs.
four of them.
His legs.
Now, Nishant और मैं वेटरन हूँ 155 टेस्ट मैच खेलने के बाद और 2-3 देखने के बाद बिकॉज पैसा नहीं था इसलिए बट टुडे द फर्स्ट मोमेंट द डेब्यू व्हाट अ ग्रेट मोमेंट हिस्टोरिकल मोमेंट जब जूनियर परफॉर्मेंस का डेब्यू के टाइम पे आ गया इस पे पहुंच गया इस पॉइंट पे ही इज वेरी एक्साइटेड वानखेड़े फर्स्ट टाइम फर्स्ट टेस्ट मैच फर्स्ट रेड बॉल गेम and you made it and for that the senior is supposed to give the topi the cap हाँ तो ये कैप है नहीं वो तो बजट की इशू है भाई
ये करके अब वापस करके
बड़ी इमोशनल बात है नो मजाक की लेट्स बी सीरियस फॉर अ मिनट Test cap goes to Nishant, his debut as a senior Mumbaikar. I'm giving it to him. Well played, sir.